their philanthropic, generous gifts that they give to our community, but for recognizing Luke and the bravery that he displayed, not only on this incident, but multiple incidences, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, with our officers in downtown Denver. Luke had a bright future. He was inspired to help folks. He led a life of service. He was in the process of becoming a police officer, and really even thought of the fire department. So we'll forgive him for that. He's further along in the police process, which was exactly where he needed to be. So today it's bittersweet that we get to honor a young man, and it's bittersweet that he was cut down way too soon. But we want to take this moment and really recognize the courage that he had and displayed not only that night, but leading up to this. So we want to share some more information. Lieutenant Matt Clark from our Major Crimes Division. I'd like to introduce Matt, and he can share some more details. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Chief Payson. We appreciate the opportunity to be here to speak to two incidents specifically that Luke was recently had been involved in just prior to his death. And it's interesting, through the investigation of these incidents and conversations that I had with other officers, I'm able to echo Chief Payson's comments. I've come to learn that these two examples I'll speak to are just two examples of how Luke routinely responded when someone was in need, was in trouble downtown. I've heard numerous examples in speaking with the officers of circumstances where Luke responded without delay to help aid someone who was in need. The first incident I'd like to speak to occurred in the 1500 block of Market on Sunday, September 16th, 2018 at about 2:30 in the morning. At that location, after outcrowd, there was a gathering of two groups in that area. An altercation occurred, which ultimately resulted in the shooting of three individuals. One was an innocent female who was unrelated to either of the groups. Luke was nearby in the area. He recognized the incident was occurring and responded without delay to that location. He directed officers in, pointed out the two individuals who were responsible for the shooting, and actually assisted in the apprehension of one of the individuals. And that suspect was ultimately later criminally charged for his involvement in the shooting. Less than 2 weeks later, on Friday, September 28th, at about 1:50 in the morning, officers from Denver were called again to the area of 15th and Market, this time on another shooting. Luke, again, recognized that an individual had been shot and was down on the ground. He responded without delay, but his attention was diverted as he witnessed the individual who was responsible for that shooting fleeing down Market Street. Luke turned his attention towards that, began following the individual and confronted him at 14th and Market Street. The suspect and Luke engaged in a physical altercation, and tragically Luke was shot and killed at that time. I can report that thanks to community tips and the tireless work of the members of the Denver Police Homicide Unit, that an individual that we believe was responsible for that shooting on 15th Street and the murder of Luke was taken into custody last evening, out of state, unrelated charges. The investigation of this case is ongoing. We're not going to be able to release a photo of that individual or further details of the case at this point, but we will be presenting the case to the Denver District Attorney's Office in the coming days for a filing decision. And I would encourage anyone with information about that incident to call Crime Stoppers. With that, it is now my honor to introduce Linda Childers, the President and CEO of the Daniels Fund.
Good morning, everyone. Our founder, Bill Daniels, served this country in the military as a fighter pilot for World War II and in the Korean War. And through that experience, he developed a tremendous respect for those who put their lives on the line every day for the rest of us. So he had a tremendous respect for and love of the police department. So in honor of that, the Daniels Fund has continued to work with law enforcement to say, how can we help you recognize amazing people in the community that have helped law enforcement? So I would like to invite Luke's brother, Jeremiah Davison, to join me up here. And we would like to honor Luke for his service by starting a fund for his daughter's college fund. So we would like to make a contribution, which you're gonna take care of and get an account, right? Okay, great. So, perfect, and then we have a real check for you, because you can't cash that one, so. And then we also have a little award that says the Bill Daniels Neighborhood Hero Award, honoring those who go above and beyond Call of Duty for Luke.
Beautiful.
It is such an honor and privilege for us to be part of this presentation. Would you like to say something, Jeremiah? Yes. Okay.
Hi, I'd just like to thank everybody on the behalf of my brother. I mean, he was an amazing person.
Yeah.
I wish more people could have met him. I know he's not here, but he's not gone. He touched a lot of lives, and we'll make sure to keep that smile alive, you know. His daughter, will make sure she knows who her dad is. And all those who knew him, who grew up with him, who just had the brief chance of meeting him, know how great he was. So thank you very much for this award. And thank you very much for recognizing him and his bravery. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was the first time that we've done something like this, and a big thanks to the Daniels Fund to recognize a hero in our community, a hero who gave the ultimate sacrifice, somebody with a big heart who cared about others more than he cared about himself. He cared about his family. I'd like to acknowledge the family. Luke's mother, Stephanie, couldn't be with us today, but she's here in spirit, and Jeremiah for the kind words. Luke's brother, Elizabeth, Genesis, Emma, who you heard of, who is the cutest little girl in the whole wide world. Emma, it's great to see you. Esmeralda. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing Luke with us. We have a couple of officers who have known Luke for many years and